Appeal.
Well, Montos is up there to swing. He's not up there to.
From the offseason, the Giants allowed him to
a whole lot of at bats, so it does pay dividends if you're eligible to take those winter ball swings.
Had lost one game on the young season. But for the Reds, they took down San Francisco. 90s.
That would be when I was playing.
Here.
90 surgeries.
Sent to center. Friedel. Weak. Hasn't played all that much. He's 0 for 6 on the year. First pitch roped over third. Base hit. Blake Dunn digs in the corner. Schmidt into second base standing. Who has hit lefties well. Last year, Candelario backs up at third. Challenge fastball. Tribute to the music scene born here in San Francisco. So yeah, it's 2-1 here on Steer, who singled, walked, and scored yesterday. He sends this ball over third. I think Steer's found something. Elliott Rob is arriving.
I think that's a great way to put it, John. I think it's nothing but timing. You could really see him stay with the better breaking ball hitters that I'd seen, especially for a young kid. And he looked at me because he can hit the hook.
Of 300.
I think every hitter can speed up.
2-0.
Oh.
Smoke to center, base hit. Later break for Steer, stop sign because Jung-Hoo Lee is a great here, second and third. Shows the bunt, yanks back. Swings away. On the spin, Adames. But
you hit that ball right at Adames, they've got to
watch. Hard ground ball, good pick by Schmidt. Backpedals to the bag, steering against Root. Big. Fraley a larger lead. Breaking ball, slap to center. Jung-Hoo Lee. Sam Huff leads off. He is playing for his boyhood team.
End of the month, but all signs are that it's going to be his absence because he will go for the birth of this baby boy. But congratulations.
Hard ground ball passed. Encarnacion strands backhand. Huff is on.
Well, both guys case and they both have found outfield grass for their. Kind of like that bat getting stuck up there in the net. Because Ramos can run.
Lodolo. Straw came out. That's probably the
starts on the outside corner. Watch this baby drop.
Mentioned in the open. Willie Adames is grounded out so far.
Well, and you're trying to get to the side and roll over on the changeup, and that comes with repetition. Way different hand positions. We were talking about that in last night's game with Hunter. I said, no, that's the best slider he's ever thrown. And what Hunter, just a tremendous breaking ball to go with it.
Line to second. Leadoff hit, nothing more. The next day, La Cruz saw one pitch, grounded out to second. Is for La Cruz, 4 for his last 28, one extra base hit in that time. Broke his bat, floats to second, one down.
Last thing that you want to do is be on all of.
Gavin Lux singled his first time up. The crowd was very thin at first pitch last night and tonight, but just remember him as a Dodger.
Motivation.
Weekly tapped right side. Lux flying down the line, shovel to first in time.
Ball that he was able to recover and get back just in.
And now the Reds first baseman Christian Encarnacion, 350 against the Giants with more. Topped softly to third, stays fair, no play. Oh, it's rare that happens for match.
This ball had that high.
Time. Pitch fastball, which Roop has leaned on tonight. 1-1. Him to the bullpen. Names. Runner goes, pitch up and away, and they get it.
This week, whether it be at the tail end of the homestand or the first part of the Reds.
And while Matt McClain, Jim, went on the IL today, the Reds are
from today that he can return. They have labeled that as a
Flores, a ground ball out so far today. And when I saw Matt keep that timing to third, Candelario. Luis Matos says fly to center.
All 3 pitches for a strike right now.
Driven to center, Friedel. That ball's just not. Candelario was at the plate when CES was caught stealing. First pitch, ambush down the right field line, foul. That cleared the.
Candelario to pull it foul. Definitely got it on the barrel.
Over top the changeup.
A lot of moving parts, so it just really comes down to timing. And right now, the
timing, it feels like, is finding its form. For
not only a timing issue, but he said he was not seeing the ball whatsoever, and that is a double. Being able to drive the ball, he was not getting the pitches or seeing them.
Being physically ready to do all of the things that you just described. About, am I going to be able to pull the trigger on time? So, okay, I'm back. Yuck.
Sent to left, Ramos going back, spun around, extends the glove, and it skips to the stands.
Ramos.
Here, Jake Fraley drilled a the wind picking up a bit. You can see the flutter in the jersey of jam job pop, no man's land. Off the glove of Tyler Fitzgerald. Later break for Steer. He has third.
In a tough spot. Because if he catches this ball, he may have a chance. The glove and go into a dead sprint to third base.
Jake Fraley, drilled line drive up the middle, and then he catches a bit of a break. He got luck never hurts. Chapman darts to third, pick goes to first.
Squeeze here. Steer makes sure as the runner at third base.
There's the bunt. And Steer breaks, backhand fire, home tag play. Steer is out.
Just a little bit too hard.
Popped up. Jung-Hoo Lee. Nick Lodolo tossing a 2-hitter.
Different category when you're 1 or 2 as far as inning. 100 pitches. I want all my starters able to throw 100 pitches right out of the gate. Feel issue could be the cool weather. Could be he is to a point now where he's settling into a groove. Wait, well, you're putting yourself in a tough action. Go to town.
Hard foul. Well, yesterday, Hunter Green and Tony Santillan held the Giants to a.
That was really exciting to watch. Just love the mentality to the plate. That puts hitters on the defensive, and when hitters are
opposite way, plops on down for a hit. On a broken bat, it was a changeup that got him first on that Seattle team. That's how they lived. It's going opposite way. 0-1 bunt yanked back. The City Connect jerseys. The Giants have changed the lighting. It's pretty cool. Bunt dropped down to Lately.
But from a pitcher standpoint, the runner, you've got your back to the runner.
Sam. Second base. Floated to right. Jake Fraley shapes up. Makes the catch. Tag at second. Strong throw to third base. Cut by De La Cruz. And Ramos walked to begin the game. He has since struck out. First pitch. Right field. Fraley going back. Extends. Falls and makes. The Reds still have a 1-0 lead thanks to swing of Elliot Ramos. Just slapped over short. The Reds looking for their first back-to-back hits of the year. Dunn was
sprinting backwards. And when you go
15.
It's the longest part of the ballpark. Just a can of corn.
Strikes. Evan Lux. Entering the game 15%. That's below average. Be the fastest Red. And he's a teammate of Ellie De La Cruz, but this far they run.
Right.
If you're going home to third, Ellie wins. You're going home. Because this is already the longest out lead for Dunn. He goes, great jump. Pitch, called strike 3, bad throw.
For Sam Huff on that attempt.
Top by Encarnacion Strand. Good leading backhand. That Chapman. Day off. Encarnacion Strand. Other side of the netting.
And of Lodolo to the hitter at the plate. One moves away from.
Goes back-to-back changeups here against Adames. At the knees, got him looking. Line to second. To second base, off of Lux.
That definitely had the looks of a tough play.
Has speed. Matt Chapman. Wanted. Popped up. 2 down. Twice.
Likes that first pitch.
Jung this year. There's a second. Jamer Candelario is guarding the line. He's playing away. They're conceding the right side defensively. Jung-Hoo Lee takes off and
I'm not sure if his back foot came out from underneath him or if he balked nonetheless.
Graham Ashcraft warms for the Reds.
With a fresh count. How do you take it?
Chip to center. Not a great read at first, but Friedel. Jamer Candelario is grounded out, struck out. Started last year, competed for the 5th starting spot in the spring.
Those are things that you kind of wonder when you take a starter and put him in the bullpen.
Candelario grounds out. Knocks in the last 3 games. He had none in his first half dozen. Just see a
more comfortable. It's more aggressive.
Steer hits this ball deep left. Ramos on the track.
He is definitely getting there. It's like a cutter from way that he swings. He is on the breaking ball, and he was on that.
Injuries or slow starts. Spencer Steer, the team's top run producer last year,
on a regular basis. Really, from the time he started the ball game, and the velocity continued to increase.
Taking on Luis Matos, up 1-0. Graham Ashcraft.
Right-handed batters. No doubt in my mind, you're going to see Mike Yastrzemski come to the plate. Mentioned to begin the ball game, John, loaded with right-handed batters against Lodol.
Payoff. Dunn walks. Sent to right field. His first career win came against the Giants in his second here in San Francisco. Pinch runner is on. It is Christian.
I don't want to say overspin because the pitch is 97, 98 miles an hour.
Elliot Ramos. Walk, strikeout. Up the middle.
Gavin Lux waited for the ball as he stood on the bag, turned. That is a big league veteran play.
Round down 2 strikeouts. Strike 1.
All the while everybody else is running. Definitely have Adames in swing mode.
Upstairs with fire. 2 scoreless. Last time out, he threw 35 pitches in the 3rd inning. First pitch, Gavin Lux. Well struck to the right center gap to the leadoff double. Reds have
put the outfielders, especially in this joint.
He's 1 for 3. Number. Lux breaks for 3rd. Pitcher has to cover. Birds on.
Check swing, move him over.
Candelario standing in. Gavin Lux has Reds to get a 2nd run. Emilio Pagan warming in.
The plate.
A downstairs strike. Appeal that time. He does have a sac fly, though, in that same span.
Kind of dropped in there on the inside corner.
Down, but kept on the circle by Huff. Searching for the save. A rope foul. Defensive change. Terry Francona's made.
Well, those young bucks are playing a little defense, aren't they? But as we talked about earlier, make Jung-Hoo
0 for 3 tonight, 0 for 6 on the series. First pitch lashed down the left field line. Foul.
The longer you've been in the game, the more you realize guys will change.